Hello students, I am Assistant Professor Yashin Bhara from LG School of Law, and today we'll be discussing about, or you can say we will be continuing the relevant facts. As in last lecture we have talked about we have talked till section 9, and today we'll be continuing from section 10. Now moving to section 10. Section 10 talks about the things which are said or done by a conspirator in the reference of common design. So you'll see that section 120A and B of IPC, which talks about the conspiracy. Okay, so what are the relevant fact during that particular thing will be like it is discussed under section 10 of Indian Evidence Act. Now you'll see that where there is a reasonable ground to believe that two or more persons have conspired together to commit any offense or an actionable wrong, anything said, done, or written by any one of such person in reference to their common intention after the time when such intention was first entertained by one of them is a relevant fact as against each of the person believed to be so conspiring. Now you'll see that whatever is written, or you can say which is done by one person or one of, like if we have, like you have read the definition of the conspiracy, you'll see that if like in the person there are more than two persons or more than two persons in the conspiracy. Okay, so in that case, if the person there are two or more persons who have conspired together to commit an offense, okay, in that particular while committing the offense or before committing the offense they have uh, done anything or they have written anything, or they regarding any and regarding the particular act, all these things will be are like they all these things, all these evidences will be the relevant fact. Now how we'll see that this particular example, I'm giving you the example that you must have seen all the robberies in the movies and in the real life also. So before doing the robbery, the people, they sit together and they make a plan that I'll go from this side, you go from this side, okay, and two people will be they will be checking out whether the police is coming or not, where is the police. Okay, the famous movie, I'll tell you about this thing. You must have watched the Fast and Furious, right? In that you must have seen that how people conspire and they prepare for this particular thing. Okay, they make the plan, they execute the plan, and they after that they commit the robbery. So all these things which are mentioned, which are done during that particular before that particular commission of the crime will be termed as the uh, all these facts will be considered as a relevant fact under section 10. Okay, now I hope you must have got that particular section. Now moving further, you see the ingredients of section 10. First is that reasonable ground must exist to prove the conspiracy. Second, anything said or done must have been said, done, or written after the time when such intention to conspire was first entertained. Anything said, done, or written must be with the reference to common intention. Now, again, there is term you will see the common intention. Common intention has been defined under section 34 of Indian Penal Code, which talks about the person acting in the same sense and in the same manner will be the common intention. Now, going through these three ingredients, you will see that the reasonable ground must exist to prove that particular conspiracy have been held or have been committed in this particular act, and anything which has been said, done, or have been said or done or written after the time when such intention to conspire was first entertained. Now you see, it's not about the prior commission of the crime, it's also about the after commission of the crime. If you'll see in the cases of robberies, you'll see that the people, they are four persons who have committed the offense of robbery. Before commission of the robbery, they have made the plan that yes, we will do again taking the example of the movie Fast and Furious, you will see that they have made the plan, they committed the robbery, and after commission of the robbery again they sat together and they have taken all their parts. Okay, like whatever the amounts which was in their parts, all have been taken by them. So you'll see that all things said, done, and written in that particular before the commission of the robbery, or sorry, before the commission of the act or after the commission of the act will be termed as all these facts will be the relevant fact. Okay, and again coming to the third point, anything said or done written must be with the reference to common intention, as in all of them was acting in a same manner and in the same sense which is mentioned under section 34 of the Indian Penal Code. Then all these facts will be the relevant facts under section 10 with regards to the conspiracy. Now moving further to section 11. Now you see section 11 talks about section 11 talks about when facts not otherwise relevant become relevant, and facts when facts not otherwise relevant become relevant. So you'll see that first, like again I have given into a point that if they are inconsistent with any fact in issue or relevant fact. Second, if by themselves or in connection with any other fact they may the existence or non-existence of any fact in issue or relevant fact which are highly probable or improbable. So in this particular section, you will see that facts, when otherwise not relevant, that generally it is not relevant, but becomes a relevant fact. Okay. So again, to understand in a better way, we'll move to a further slide. You see, I have given the 5 examples of these sections when the irrelevancy of the facts become the relevant, when the facts are not irrelevant becomes a relevant fact. Okay, so the first example is the plea of alibi. Plea of alibi, I'll give you an example. You'll not understand by this particular word. Plea of alibi is that when the commission of the crime, if the accused says that I was not present in that on that particular scene of crime, or in that particular place, or in that particular state, or I was somewhere else. Okay, so if he pleads that I was somewhere else and I was not there when this particular crime or when the crime has occurred or happened. Okay, then that will be like it is known as the plea of alibi. Now moving further, you'll see the second example, that non-access of husband to show the illegitimacy of child. Now you'll see in the family law there has been said, I don't remember the days as such, but yes, if the woman is a pregnant and there are certain time period, I think it's 180 days or around 100 days, I don't remember the exact days. But if in that particular case, if the husband has not access toward like has access to or had intercourse with her wife, and in that case a wife got pregnant, then it is again a relevant fact that there was a non-access of husband towards his wife, and it is to show the illegitimacy of child, that the child is illegitimate. Okay. Now again, like moving further, the survival of the alleged deceased. It means that there are certain cases like you must have seen in the old Saas Bahu serials, that the person was not heard for 5 to 10 years and suddenly he comes up and he says that I'm alive. Okay, so this is somehow there are cases in the you can say there are some cases in the penal system, or you can say the legal system, which talks about the survival of the deceased, like he was declared dead, but consequently you can say, or in future he appeared and he said that yes, I am alive, and because of some contingency or because of some health issues I was not you say that I was not available to or not able to come to that particular uh, place. Okay, so again moving further, you see the self infliction or self harm. So in this case, you'll see that if in case of suicide, or you can say self-infliction of the person is harming himself, then again these facts will be the relevant fact, though they are irrelevant. Again, the last point is commission of an offense by a third person. If in case there are some situations in which the offense is committed by the third person and he was not aware of the fact that the offense was committed by him, then again this particular example, this particular fact will be the relevant fact, though it is irrelevant whether he is aware of that particular fact or not. Now, I hope you must have got section 11. Okay, now moving further, section 12. Now, section 12 talks about the damages which has been like what amount of damages should be like the court awards by seeing all the relevant facts. So it is mentioned under section 12. Now, section 12 goes like this: in suits for damages, facts tending to enable the court to determine the amount are relevant. In suits which damages are claimed, any fact which will enable the court to determine the amount of damages will which ought to be awarded is relevant. Now, whatever the facts which have been stated or which have been produced by the parties to the court in a trial, okay, to get the award. Okay, award means the compensation, or you can say to get the damages. Okay, and then all those facts will be considered as a relevant fact under section 12. Okay, now this particular section, it only talks about the quantum of damages, or what are the facts which are relevant to determine the quantum of damages. So all those facts which determines or which states about the quantum of damages or the amount of damages are the relevant facts under section 12. So I hope this is very simple section, you must have got it. Now, section 13, it talks about the facts relevant when a right or custom is in question. As we all know that we all are governed by some customs, we all have some rights toward the society, towards and the family, towards the property. So all those facts where the question is as to the existence of any right or customs will be the relevant fact. Now, moving further, you will see that the point A, it talks about any transaction by which right or custom is in question was created, claimed, modified, recognized, asserted, or denied, or which was inconsistent with its existence. Uh, and second point, it talks about whether the instances in which the right of or right or custom was claimed, recognized, or was exclaimed, or was exercised, or which is exercise which its exercise was disputed, asserted, or departed from. So now see whatever fact which talks about the creation of the customs, which talks about the modification, the which recognize the custom or which claims the custom, and which is again asserted or denied in a suit will be the relevant facts. Okay. Again, and same goes with the rights, that all those rights which are claimed or which are exercised or which are recognized by the fact. Okay, this all this all these facts will be the relevant fact. For example, I'll say that talk about the marriage. Each and every not society, each and every religion have their own form of marriages. Okay, like in Hindus also you will see that they perform the marriage differently, as in how that you see some of them have their own customs in the marriages. So if they are, the custom is in question whether the marriage is valid or not. Okay, so by going through a custom, if it is recognized the custom, or if you can say whether this particular custom is asserted or denied in a suit. Okay, and by giving the fact that yes, this custom exists, in a particular marriage or in a particular religion, then all these customs, all these questions or all these facts will be termed as a relevant fact. Now, I hope you must have got an idea of section 13 about the customs and the right. Now moving to further section 14. Now section 14 it talks about the fact which shows the existence of state of mind and mind or of body uh, or of bodily feeling. So you'll see that fact which showing the existence of any state of mind such as intention, knowledge, good faith, negligence, rashness, ill will, or goodwill towards any particular person, or showing the existence of any state of body or bodily feeling are relevant when the existence of such state of mind, bodily feeling is an issue or relevant. Now you see all the physical and psychological fact can be seen by this particular act. Sorry, I have added one more like E in the scene, so please oblige me for that. Sorry, please apologies for that particular thing. So again, coming to the point, you see that whatever the state of mind of a person, okay, physical, like the psychological mind, or you can say the physical fact or the psychological fact are seen this particular act. Whatever the state of mind of a person, whether the person, what was the intention of the person, what was the knowledge of the person, whether he was acting in good faith or whether he was acting in bad faith, whether he was negligent, restless, whether he was taking a due care of that particular thing, or whether he was doing a rashness, you can say a rashness act. Okay, all these facts which shows the existence, like existence of state of body or bodily feeling, all these facts will be the relevant fact under this particular section. Now, I hope you must have got the concept of the sections from section 10 to 14, and like we'll be ending our lecture here only, and we'll be continuing from section 15 onwards in our next lecture. Till then, you just take care of yourself, and please keep studying. And if you have any doubts regarding this thing, you can just write it in the comment box and your doubt will be resolved as soon as possible. So I'll take your leave here now. So just thank you and have a nice day.